the big dance. I already saw a bee, so I started like hauling butt doing this. I'm like, I gotta go.
No, they also recognize the truck.
No, hey, we know these guys. Thank you.
He said he was just out here last night.
How do I look? I think it's me. Got a good zoom on that there?
I wish.
Be careful.
Coming
okay. Be careful, be careful. No fun with bees. See, but it looks like they're more concerned with that than us roaming around, which is kind of a nice thing. And as you know, I've had experience with bees attacking my head. Now, the bees are the reasons why we smell the orange blossoms, correct?
No, it's just the bloom.
It's just the bloom.
Just
okay.
the bloom.
Because I know they go straight to it, and I know they're all working this thing together here.
Yep, it's just the bloom.
All right. Well, the bloom
That's
smells
the reason
wonderful.
why I planted the Texas sage, the moringa trees, and then planting bee clover, because that'll all bloom this winter.
Gotcha.
So it'll supplement them.
I was wondering if are they going for this? Can they smell the scent? Can bees smell?
That I don't know.
I'm sorry, I ask unusual questions.
I'm sure there's been some studies on it.
Well, do they have nostrils? I don't know. I can't see that.
We do know they have a tongue.
They have a tongue?
Oh yeah.
Bees have a tongue. Breaking news here.
So when you hear a lot about the inner city honey, what's nice about the inner city honey is there's always something in bloom, like in my neighborhood, whether it's Texas sage, lantana, bird of paradise, yellow bell. There's always a food source. The problem with that is the closer you get your bees to a community, you have people that are scared of bees that are spraying for them. And so when they use the herbicides and the pesticides, you can look at a bee and their tongue will be stuck out. They're gasping for air.
Okay.
And so there's a fine line of this inner city honey. You try to get it close enough, but not too close.
Yeah, sure. Well, we learned something new today. Bees have tongues. I'm like, who would have thunk it? They're like Gene Simmons. I'm like,
Well, what's nice here is we've got the ADOT fence here. We've got the trees here that bloom. Not so much from the river, but right now they're running a lot of retention water, doing a lot of sand and gravel out there, so there's more water, more wildlife, more plant.
yeah,
It's my opinion.
this whole cycle.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Well, thank you for sharing all this. I mean, as I
The
said,
next footage, hopefully you can come out and see the bee garden.
Yeah,
We'll
that's
have
going to
to
be good. I noticed it over there. It's close. So yeah, next time we'll check
I like
that
any
out.
opportunity I can work something unusual like this. I don't know. I'm kind of getting into this. I may have to go buy. Where do you buy a beekeeper outfit?
I buy them here locally at Crockett Hunting. So
That's
there's
good
a
to know.
there's a couple different styles. You can buy the half suit, or you can just buy the bee veil.
Yeah.
So like today, it would have been fine just to wear a long sleeve shirt and a pair of work gloves and just a veil to cover your
Chuck
face.
base. Okay. Well, but still, it's nice to have the full
I-
Yeah, I'll
ensemble.
When you don't know what you're getting into, and the bigger the hives,
Yes, yeah. I think safety first.
if you're working this one and then I tear this one apart, I've upset everybody. There's more flight in the air. You're
Right.
taking a bigger risk.
Risk.
Due to the fact that we only disturbed this one, and they're a calm hive. When we get down to that one, that's a big hive and it's aggressive. So
These outfits are essential.
it'll be more active. And they put off a pheromone, and you can actually smell the pheromone, and it gets everybody rowdy.
Well, yeah,
so-
that's what women do in bars. I mean, that's the same deal.
So
God
this-
awful.
That's what all the fuss is about.
So this hive will stir up everybody. So usually if you have an aggressive box, or one that's a peppery as they call it, a little more aggressive than the other ones,
Right.
then you work that one last. Some beekeepers in a yard that isn't secure as this one is will keep that beehive on point.
But, yeah.
Because you do get people shooting them. You do get people that'll come in and rob some honey.
It's good to
Some
know.
kids
So-
that throw rocks at them.
The typical, so all the stuff that we did when
All
we
the
were
stuff we
kids.
did, man.
Kick them over, the cows, the dirt bike riders,
That's
the
right.
dove hunters. I mean, it's just part of it.
Yeah.
Things
So
we
if you're
learned
not
today.
in a secure yard, then you put your hot ones on the edge.
You know, you have a little hole in your outfit right there.
Well, that's what happens when you get a hot.
Oh, I know. I just noticed that. I'm going, oh,
You have a couple in yours I didn't want to tell you.
oh Lord. I feel exposed.
So if I can get my garden planted, the next filming we'll be doing is I want to show you the flow hives on how those work. I've never seen them work, so that'll be interesting to see the flow hives work. We'll show some extracting. The color difference, really not much in this yard between the mesquite and the orange.
Okay.
and then we'll show us the bee garden.
Excellent. Well, thank you for sharing. And then we learned bees have tongues. Never knew bees had tongues. And they, well, have a pheromone thing going on where it turns into a nightclub scene where they're all fighting. It's something. Pheromones.
It's exciting.
And we can bring you out later for that one.
I'm all going on.
Or
Let's check this out.
We can crack one open, but we got to put the cameraman in the truck.
Well, yeah, we're gonna have to do something. Yeah, we have to put the cameraman in the truck because for his safety.
You want me to show you what a hot hive looks like?
Well, why don't we do that for part 2?
Yeah.
Why don't we do that part 2? Because I've learned so much about
Thank you.
bee hormones and tongues, and Paul does not have his outfit on. We gotta go shop and get him an outfit.
That's on our list to do.
Yeah.
And I want to get some children's outfit because I'm starting to see more interest in children wanting to come out.
Very
See
good.
that? See, that would be
Imagine-
So I
fantastic.
can't put them in a full size. I've got a young gentleman named Jack that wants to come out, but I've got to get him in something that's suitable so he doesn't get hurt.
See, but this is a good thing because you're teaching not to throw rocks at beehives like Paul did as a young man here. We're learning from Paul, and you could get
I've
yourself
done it myself.
Well, you guys could be in quite a jackpot if that hive scores on you there.
Boys will be boys. I hate to throw
That's
throw
right.
that out there, but it's that's all it was.
I did not do that because I saw too many Yogi Bear cartoons where he was being chased by swarms. I wanted no part of it. So, all right. Well,
And then
thank you so much.
And maybe this year we'll do some honeycomb. So,
Oh, that'd be great.
and so to where you just put the special frames in and they're already pre-packaged, so it's a pound of honey. And
That's really neat. Well,
you can buy them, but they're from somebody else, and I'd like to produce it here. And we can trap pollen out here. So there's a couple other things that we want to do, but the main focus right now is to get them healthy, see what the land will support.
that worked.
That's my goal right now.
Part 2, we're going to play with the aggressive guys. That's going to be part 2.
Well, maybe by part 2 they won't be aggressive because they do have a new queen.
Well, let's hope.
But
What if you get multiple queens? Can they have like a
Nope.
posse of queens? Only one.
No, one queen.
Different world.
And if the queen,
I know it's the grotto all of
queen
a
is
sudden.
fair.
Yeah, exactly. I want it to be the grotto.
if the queen is failing, they'll requeen it themselves.
Okay. I thought maybe more ladies calm down the troops.
No.
Not like a Barcy.